Hello, hello. Right, today I'm going to be continuing with the installing of all my switches and panels and stuff like that into the cabinets. I got to be honest, I've kind of been racking my brains over this one. I've never done anything like this. I don't really know where to begin. So I suppose I'm just going to pick something and cut it and see what happens. I do have some idea what I'm doing, so I'm hoping it's all going to turn out all right. First of all though, cup of char. So one of the parts I've been struggling with is figuring out how to do all the cutting for everything that's got to go on here. Like I've got a control panel, got my on-off my inverter, got a double USB plug, and here I'm putting two sockets. One is going to be linked for the external hookup. That one will have USB ports in it so I can tell them apart. And the second one will be going to my inverter. And it's just really awkward position to cut in. But then I had an epiphany. Why don't I just take this section out? So I found there's one screw under here, two screws on this side, and a dovetail. I can remove the whole thing so I can cut it from the comfort of a bench. Excellent. Well, I've literally just started working and the skies have opened up. It started raining on and off. But never to be deterred from doing a bit of work in a van on a bank holiday, we have a canopy that goes over the back doors. It kind of goes over. It's from UK Custom Covers. Kind of goes over the door and clips over. It needs a bit of fine adjustment, but for the time being, it will do. Gives us a workspace in the back of the van that isn't wet. Right, so the first hole I'm prepping is the one for my panel. I've noticed where the screws go in and the lips of these power plugs is actually really close, so I need to do rounded corners on this side. So I've kind of worked out where it's going to go, and I'm going to cut around the curved line. Fingers crossed. Right, I can use the nuts on these ones to guide my round corner. So this 40mm bit should do a lovely rounded corner there.
Right, you want to get one shot at this, mate?
Right, so what I'll do now, turn it around, just so I don't blow any of the stuff on this side. You ready?
Yep. Lovely.
Lovely. There we go. Now I can just cut around the extremities of that with a jigsaw, and I should have the correct size hole. In my eyes.
See, this is why you should wear safety goggles. Safety first, people. Safety first.
There we go. Got a rough hole. Let's see if this fits.
You better lad. Still going back now. Is it alright?
It's
Let's have a look. Let me see.
it fits.
Oh, that looks alright actually.
Yeah.
Yay! Well done, you. I reckon it was all down to me because I give you emotional support. I'll send good vibes your way to make you do a good job.
So obviously I'll need to level it up before I put the screws in, but we have our first hole. Right, the next thing to go in will be the Renogy remote start for our inverter. I can pretty much draw around this one and just cut a slightly bigger hole. I'm actually pretty impressed with this canopy. As you can see, covers the back door nicely. There is a bit of a breeze in here, and it's not moving at all. It's from UK Custom Covers. Basically, the straps come down over the door. The bottom 6 to 8 inches is elasticated, and you pull it and clip it over the bottom of your doors. The one thing I did see reading reviews is that apparently the elastic stitching here to the solid part is a bit ropey. So previously, Kerry has gone over the stitching on the elastic to the hinges and here. And yeah, inside it provides a nice bit of cover. Considering we do have a breeze today, it's not really going anywhere. I think this will be a nice addition to the van when we go away. Okay, so I've drawn around my Renogy switch, the inside here. The hole needs to be just bigger than that, so I'll start by drilling the 4 corners, just slightly bigger. See how that works. It fits.
Nice.
It's quite snug as well.
Moment of truth.
Beautiful. Now just got to put the nuts on from the back then. Right, let's get this to exactly 30 mil. We have our front panel. Excellent. So I need to ask a question. Is it really a spring bank holiday if you don't have an ice cream?
Very good,
Very nice. Okay, in situ, that looks pretty nice. The only thing I got to do now is draw the wiring on the back of that, but I can pull it out, draw the wires, label them, and then thread them through to here. So that's not a problem. But now I've got to figure out where my electrical boxes go. One for the inverter, and one for the shore power. Okay, we've established where our 2 sockets are going, our 2 back boxes, using the carefully calibrated measurements of 2 boxes of screws and another box. Basically piled them up on top of each other, got the right heights, and yeah, looks all right. Now I've just got to cut them straight. Snag.
Oh, it's not going to fit.
Might as well do it from the inside, actually.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be dangerous because you haven't got the line, but... What if you get your drill and do pilot holes? So you can see where the holes are and follow the lines. Oh, yeah.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
I thought you were just going to wing it then. I was going to say. Yeah, just draw a few pilot holes. See, I'm useful for some things.
I never said you weren't.
If I wasn't you would have wung or something.
I would have wung it.
Yeah, you would have winged it. I know you.
It gives me a rough line to follow.
You might as well do it with all of them. Because you ain't going to get up and down there, are you? You're going to have to do that from the other side.
That's not going to be too hard. It's the long strip when it's going to be awkward.
Good, you were going up. You've gone off skew.
That's okay. I actually intended to do that.
Oh. And there's one piece. Doggies were feeling lonely, so they've come down to say hello. Hopefully he doesn't pull me over. Ted! Ted! Don't eat the grass. Ted, look! What's this? Here we go, there's doggies. Ian's fitting the, what is it? USB charger. Come.
Yeah, basically now I'm going to drill 2 holes for 2 USB ports, even though we got plenty in the panel. One here that has a high power USB-C and a USB-A. Most importantly, it doesn't have a little blue light on it, so we can use it in bed without having a really annoying bright blue light in the van. I'm also putting a second one through this shelf here. This one's sole purpose in life will be to power a 4G or a 5G router, which will live up here, connect to our aerial cable and just live up here out of sight. And we can always use it for phone charger as well if we really need to. But that one also won't have an LED. There we go, that'll be there.
Oh, it looks alright, doesn't it?
And it'll have a USB-C and a USB-A charger and no annoying LEDs. Right, again I'm in a bit of a situation where sorting out the electronics took me way longer than I expected. But as you can see, I've now got my panel complete. I've changed the touch dimmer switch for a rotary type with an on-off, which has forced me to change my wiring a little bit. And I've made a few other changes as well as I've been looking over everything. But yeah, I've got everything here and I'm about to start screwing it all into place. Okay, so I thought I would come to fit the curtains in the van today, as fitting the curtains before I put all the furniture in place just seems like a good idea. It'd be a nightmare doing it after. So I thought I'd do it on the driver's side first because I've got better access and I can figure out what I'm doing. Well, we actually came down here earlier and we had a look at the curtain kit, and to be honest, it's an awful fit. The rails are a really bad fit. This is the top one. For example, this one here, as you can see, that the gap here, it's just a really bad fit. The bottom one's better, but not by a lot. This one, if anything, is a bit short. So I went and had a look, had a Google. I thought about maybe check and see if I had the right or the wrong ones for my van. And it turns out that most kits for the Transit Custom tend to have the same problems no matter where you get them from. The main exceptions seem to be for the Transporter, but the Transporter scene is so big that everything is mass produced for the Transporter. So I think the general consensus is bend it in and hope for the best. So that's exactly what I'm going to do.
That's what she said.
That's why I'm laughing. As soon as I said it, bend it in and hope for the best. I thought, oh God, what have I just said? But there we go. You had to say it. That's what she said. Yeah. Anyway, let's carry on. So I'm just going to have to make this fit. The bottom one I think I can get away with. The top one I think requires some brute force to make it rounder. Ugh. Okay, the bar is harder to bend than it looks. I think I have just a tool for putting a bigger bend in it. My mangled step that I ran over a couple of videos ago. I can use the corners for this to get a nice bend in it. The situation is under control. There's that one bent a little bit more. There's that one bent a little bit more. Now, would you believe me if I said I ran over this on purpose in a previous video because I knew that one day it would become a handy tool?
No, because you could have used it to do exactly the same thing without running over it.
Well, what's the fun in that? Put it back in storage in the corner for when it's needed again.
Now you just keep it there as a reminder not to be so stupid.
Testament to my stupidity.
Oh, nice to door shut itself, you. That's better.
That's alright, I think I can get away with that.
Yeah, I think when you screw it in, it'll be alright.
Yeah.
All swearing earlier for nothing.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I'd prefer if it actually fit from the factory.
That's true.
But you know what? Make do with what we've got. Let's do the bottom one first. Okay, fingers crossed this goes okay. Should have marked it. There we go.
One good thing about this side is there's no curtain for the thing to wrap round. When it comes to the other side, you're going to have to watch the curtain.
Yes. There we go. Let's put the first screw in.
They have been hurting you on the road recently.
Okay. That's number one. Hole number two. Well, as there's only so many times I think you can watch me drill a hole and put a screw in, I think that's a bottom rail done. At both ends I seem to hit another area of skin below it. So I'm not really sure what I was drilling through, but meh, is what it is. Alright, now the top one. One.
I don't know why. When you said that, then the Count Dracula from Muppets came into my head.
One.
It did. I don't know if it's the way you said it or what, but...
Full rails.
Oh, well, that screwed in easier than the other one.
Okay. Now I think we put the curtains on from one side. I'll have to put two of the side pieces on. So it looks like these also have a screw that goes through them.
So where did they clip on?
They go in the sides here. I probably should have tried these before I installed the rails.
Right, with some brute force.
Yeah, I had to hammer that in with a pair of pliers. That was truly awful.
First of all, we used the pliers to pry it apart a little bit to make it slightly bigger to get it in. Yeah, this kit's not the best kit, to be fair, is it?
No. I'm going to do the same on this side now.
It's not actually recommended. It's slowly going in.
Yeah, these are really tricky to put in. Right, we got the first two pieces in the end. They were a nightmare to put in, so I strongly recommend test fitting them before you actually screw the rails up, because we had to resort to the tried and tested engineering fashion, using a pair of crimps with a flat end up against it, and using the good old-fashioned tradesman's hammer, the drill, and I had to knock it into place.
Ooh.
Now I think I can thread the curtains on. Well, the first one will have to go on the other way, won't it? So let's see what we have here. But they're both the same. Oh, it's upside down. Okay, yep. Right, I think this is going to be fairly time consuming. So we're going to use the magic of finger clicking technology to show this when it's done. And there we have it, fully installed. Right, it wasn't that simple. I'll show you now a couple of the bits and bobs we had to deal with as we're installing it. I can't recommend these, although I can actually. I'll tell you why now. I can't really recommend these as they were a bit of a bugger to install, to be honest. But I will recommend them because there's not actually an awful lot of alternatives. There is one thing I am going to have to do. Because I had to mess about with the rails, I've kind of damaged them a little bit. Either made them too wide or too narrow. So I've had to, this one went too wide where the opposite side went too narrow. So I had to widen this one to get the clips on, and then I had to squeeze it back into shape, and I've done a lot of damage to it. At some point I'm going to have to get a bit of sandpaper or something just to wipe this off. I mean, it will ruin the paint finish on it, but I'd rather have a smooth working rail than a dodgy rail that looks bare. So there we go. We have curtains. Right, I think I'm going to call it a week there. Basically, it doesn't look like we've done loads of progress, but we've actually been really busy in the background and off camera. Again, the electrics and the stuff associated with that took way longer than I expected. It's starting to turn out that what looks good in theory sometimes doesn't translate very well to practice. So I was coming across issues that I hadn't anticipated that I had to redesign, like how the control panel is wired, voltage spikes, things like the fridge compressor and stuff like that, that would then take me over the amperage rating for my intended switches, and I just had to alter the wiring accordingly. So yeah, lots of issues to overcome. To be honest, I'm starting to see why with the electrics people pay companies to work everything out for them. I'm actually starting to see the merit in it in saving time. I mean, it was like an extra £1,000 roughly when I was pricing it up, but in some respects I'm kind of wish I did it now. Would have saved me a lot of time and effort. Although I've enjoyed the process and I've learned a lot, it's been hard going. Still, progress has been made. We've got all our electrical panel in and all the cables are through, are ready to be attached to the board when I put the board in. And I've done the curtains with the help of Kerry today. Oh, a bit of a nosy neighbour looking in. So yeah, some progress. I haven't done the curtains on the other side yet because realistically I need to move the furniture this way to give myself enough room to work. And I'll do that after I've installed the backboard so I can do all the wiring in the back and the furniture at the same time. So yeah, that's it for now. Hopefully normal service and regular uploads will be resumed soon. But again, it's all dependent to what snags I hit in the meantime. If you found any of our content useful or informative or funny, please like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out and it really helps keep me motivated for making more videos. Thank you very much.